What's up, guys, and welcome back to Reality Unplugged. I hope everybody's had a great day. I hope you're having a great week. Praying for you, hoping everything's going well. We have a very special episode today. I guess we've been making enough noise on YouTube to finally get noticed, and today we're going to have a special one-on-one talk with President Joe Biden. Oh Lord, you don't have Kamala here too, do you? I think you're gonna get arrested. And I couldn't park my truck outside because of the Secret Service. I'm sorry about that, Mr. President. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for being willing to have this open discussion. How are you doing?
I'm not going nuts.
Well, I certainly wouldn't open with an accusation like that, sir. We're just looking to have a good conversation and ask you some things. I think you're going nuts. Dude. I'm sorry about that, Mr. President. I'll be honest, I'm going to keep it light because if we're going to be frank with one another, I don't like you. So we're going to try to keep this very factual and informative because I didn't vote for you and I don't really want you to be my president.
Think about it.
I've thought about it. It would be a lot easier to give you to just go ahead and accept your your election and your appointment as president, and it would make things a lot easier, but we're just never going to be friends.
Think about it.
Listen, it's just not going to happen. We're going to move on.
Think about it.
Don't look at me. I'm not going to be his friend. About as interesting as a wart on a frog's posterior. To get to the meat of this, I want to get your opinion on a few things going on right now around the country. You've had a pretty steady line of opinion on your responses, and I want to ask you about a few things. I've got a list here that we wrote down that we want to get you to give your comments on for all of our listeners and viewers. As a whole, where do you feel we are as a country? What do you feel the state of our country is in?
You know, the rapidly rising and with I don't know.
Sir, I know it's getting late, but if we could get you to focus just a little bit for this interview for all of our subscribers and listeners here at Reality Unplugged, what do you feel is the state of the country right now?
We're in a national emergency.
Well, that kind of brings me to my point. That's kind of been your response to a lot of things lately. Do you not feel that's a little bit hyperbolic?
Think about it.
Okay, moving on. COVID-19 has spread across the country. We're starting to see new variants popping up in different places. What are your feelings on how the pandemic is progressing?
We're in a national emergency.
Okay, I can see the way this is going to go. What do you think about this whole cancel culture thing and the fact that it doesn't really matter what you do if you're seen in any kind of opposition to the mainstream idea that they're trying to cancel you or take away any of your credibility? What are your thoughts on that?
We're in a national emergency.
Well, at least I can agree with you on that one. What about the specific way that the COVID-19 pandemic, you've talked before about how it's affecting women specifically in our country?
We're in a national emergency.
What about the state of your dementia, sir?
We're in a national emergency.
I gotta say, having a conversation with this guy is like talking to a parrot with Alzheimer's. Or dementia. Sorry. Moving on. What will you do next? What are your plans? What are your next plans? What's next on your agenda?
You know, the rapidly rising and with I don't know.
Did you catch any of that? I didn't catch any of that. Okay, we'll move on. You've talked a lot about your reform, of healthcare, even going so far as to say that it's it's not going to be Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act, but you said it would be more like Biden care. How do you plan on fixing healthcare?
By strengthening.
I mean, it's an interesting notion, but by strengthening what exactly?
Think about it.
Okay, Mr. President, it's apparently past your bedtime, so we'll go ahead and wrap this up. I thought as a little treat for all of our subscribers here on Reality Unplugged, if maybe you would just tell us what your favorite pastime was. Try to be relatable and let us know about the real Joe.
I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Okay, well, once again, thank you for your time, Mr. President. We know you're busy. We're going to let you go far away. Do you have anything else? I've got a song. Hold on, I gotta tune it. That'll work. I don't actually know how to play. Mr. President, your response to everything seems to be the same.
We're in a national emergency.
And your party just can't seem to take the blame.
We're in a national emergency.
It seems like a buzzword to cover all your mistakes.
We're in a national emergency.
Just a way to keep us scared so you can do whatever it takes.
I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
You pass bills without majority vote. You push them through by your veto.
We're in a national emergency. Think about it.
You're not a president. You're just a fascist dictator.
I'm not going nuts.
And I'm pretty sure Kamala is a robot.
You know, the rapidly rising I don't know.
All right, everybody. Thanks again for tuning in to Reality Unplugged. Stay tuned for all of our new content. In fact, do me a favor, go ahead and punch that bell icon so you get notifications for our new videos. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Show us your support. Give me a like if you don't mind, and leave me a comment in the section down below. Let's start a conversation. Once again, I want everybody to know we're praying for you. Once you stay prayed up, once you keep in touch with Jesus, make sure you've got your morals and your ethics on a solid rock. If you don't got a good church, make sure you find one, get hooked up with people who can keep you solid. This is the way.